The Grand Plaza Hotel sparkled with wedding decor as I stood in my simple navy dress, watching the staff scurry around my sister Rebecca's perfect day. She'd chosen the most expensive venue in the city, unaware that the acquisition paperwork making me its owner was being finalized that morning. "Elena," Rebecca hissed, her white designer gown rustling, "I told you to use the staff entrance. The guests are starting to arrive." My brother Michael, adjusting his Armani suit, smirked. "Can't have the family embarrassment in the main lobby." I touched the hidden smart device on my wrist, monitoring the global hotel chain transactions happening beneath their perfect wedding facade. Properties across 5 continents were being transferred into my company's portfolio as they worried about seating arrangements. "The staff entrance is fine," I said quietly, knowing that by Monday, I'd own not just this hotel but the entire Plaza Group. "Fine." Rebecca scoffed. "Nothing about you is fine. That dress looks like it's from a department store." Mother swept in, dripping in designer labels. "Elena, darling, couldn't you have made an effort? Your sister's wedding photos will be in the society pages." I thought about the business pages being prepared for Monday's papers, announcing the largest hotel acquisition of the decade. "I'm dressed appropriately," I replied as my phone silently tracked another billion-dollar property transfer. "Appropriately for the help, maybe," Michael sneered. "Speaking of which, where are you staying?" "Surely not here at the Plaza." If only they knew I'd spent the last month redesigning the presidential suite they thought was so exclusive. "I have arrangements," I said, thinking of the secure office hidden in the hotel's executive level, where we were revolutionizing luxury hospitality. "The trust fund won't cover places like this," Mother warned, eyeing my simple jewelry. "Not with your modest lifestyle." "I haven't touched the trust fund," I replied. "Not in 4 years." Rebecca's perfect bridal mask slipped slightly. "Then how are you even surviving? That tiny apartment in the business district." My phone buzzed. Then again. Suddenly alerts were flooding in. Breaking. Global hospitality giant, Elite Stays acquires Plaza Group in $8.2 billion deal. Hotel industry stunned by mysterious CEO's empire. Luxury hospitality transformed by Elite Stays innovation. The hotel's lobby screens displaying wedding welcome messages suddenly switched to breaking news. My corporate photo appeared, followed by footage of our global properties. Michael's champagne glass shattered on the marble floor. "That's..." Rebecca's bouquet slipped from her fingers. "That can't be." "Actually," I said, finally meeting their stares, "that's my company. All 62 hotels, 15 resorts, and the revolutionary hospitality systems they're discussing." Rebecca staggered backward, her $50,000 wedding dress catching on the Italian marble she'd specifically requested. The same marble I'd personally selected during the hotel's recent renovation. But you live in that basic apartment," Mother stammered, her diamond bracelet catching the light from chandeliers I'd imported from Venice. "You mean my development center?" I pulled up the building's real schematics on my phone. "The basic apartment that houses our global command center, where we develop the AI systems now running luxury hotels worldwide." Michael's investment banker instincts kicked in as he frantically searched his phone. "These acquisition numbers, they're impossible." "Only if you don't understand modern hospitality," I said, watching their faces transform. "While you were mocking my wasted business degree, I was building an empire that makes your investment portfolio look like pocket change." The wedding guests were starting to arrive, their phones buzzing with the breaking news. Some were already recognizing me, whispering behind manicured hands. "Those weird meetings you kept having," Rebecca said weakly, "the ones I told everyone were probably job interviews at budget motels. Strategic acquisitions. Each meeting worth more than this entire wedding." I paused. "By the way, that exclusive honeymoon suite you booked? I redesigned it last month. The old layout was inefficient." My phone rang, the Wall Street Journal. I declined the call. The financial press could wait until after my sister's special day was thoroughly disrupted. "But you never said anything," Mother whispered. "All those charity galas where I had to explain why you weren't in a respectable career like Michael's banking." "You mean the galas now hosted in my hotels?" I pulled up our client list. "Check the society pages. Those exclusive events you love? They're all happening under my roof." The hotel manager burst into the lobby, panic evident on his face. "Ms. Elite, we had no idea you were. I mean, the acquisition wasn't supposed to be announced until Monday," I finished calmly. "But some things can't wait. Like explaining to my sister why she's getting married in my hotel." Rebecca's perfect bridal makeup couldn't hide her shock. "Your hotel? Along with every other Plaza Group property worldwide," I confirmed. "Those exclusive venues you bragged about booking for the engagement parties? I own those too." The lobby screens now showed footage of our properties around the world. Each one more luxurious than the last, each one part of my carefully hidden empire. "The renovations," Michael said slowly, "all those construction projects at the best hotels. "My designs," I nodded. "While you were calling me a disappointment, I was revolutionizing luxury hospitality. Those basic business plans you mocked? They're now worth billions." Mother's social climbing mind was visibly recalculating. She was already reaching for her phone, probably planning how to spin this revelation to her advantage. "Don't bother," I said, noting her movement. "Our PR team has strict protocols about family statements. They'll contact you with approved talking points." "PR team," she echoed faintly. "Can't have family members accidentally revealing trade secrets, can we? Those budget motel meetings you ridiculed were actually global strategy sessions." The wedding planner fluttered nervously between the growing chaos, her clipboard trembling as she realized she'd been ordering around the owner of not just this venue, but the entire global chain. The grand ballroom, which Rebecca had claimed was exclusively reserved for elite clients, was technically mine, along with every crystal champagne flute and imported flower arrangement. "The ceremony starts in an hour," Rebecca choked out, her perfect bridal facade cracking. You can't do this now." "Do what?" I asked calmly, watching the news continue to break across every screen in the hotel. "Exist? Own things. Sorry if my empire is interrupting your perfect day." Michael was frantically calling his investment banking colleagues, his face growing paler with each conversation. "Why didn't we know about this? How did Elite stay under the radar?" I pulled up our company's full financial dashboard on the lobby's main display. Current valuation, $8.2 billion. Revenue growth, 400% year-over-year. Market penetration in luxury hospitality, 53% and rising. Mother's hand shook as she scrolled through her social media. "But all those posts I made about you finally finding meaningful work, when you started spending time at hotels." "Archived," I noted, projecting her digital history onto the marble wall. "Along with the ones about how I was wasting my potential and should marry into hospitality instead of working in it." The hotel manager approached again, perspiration visible on his forehead. "Ms. Elite, the presidential suite has been prepared according to your usual specifications. And the board members are gathering in the executive lounge for the emergency meeting." "Board meeting?" Father finally spoke up from behind his Wall Street Journal. "What board meeting?" "The one discussing our next acquisition," I said smoothly. "A little chain called Continental Hotels. You might know them. They own that resort where you told me I'd never amount to anything in hospitality." Rebecca's wedding coordinator was having a meltdown, realizing that every decision she'd made about the venue needed the real owner's approval, not just the local manager's. "Those late-night property tours," Michael said slowly, "when you said you were studying hotel operations. Acquisition inspections. Each tour worth more than your annual bonus." I smiled. "Those security teams you mocked? They weren't following an entry-level employee. They were protecting the CEO." Rebecca's designer wedding dress suddenly looked less impressive compared to the hotel's new uniform designs I'd approved, each one created by top fashion houses for our global staff. "The trust fund," Father started again, his banker instincts desperate for some financial control. "Still untouched," I confirmed. "I kept it as a reminder. Every time you threatened to cut it off, I acquired another hotel." The ballroom had filled with holographic displays of our global operations. Real-time occupancy rates, revenue streams, and guest satisfaction metrics floated around us like digital constellations. "Your brother's banking connections," Mother tried again. "Surely there's some potential for collaboration." "His boutique bank?" I laughed softly. We just declined their partnership offer. Our in-house investment division handles larger transactions than their entire firm. Michael's phone kept buzzing with panicked messages from clients. Our hospitality portfolio, it's in free fall. Because we're disrupting the entire industry, I explained. Those traditional hotel chains you invested in? Their business model is obsolete. Welcome to modern luxury hospitality. Rebecca's perfect wedding planning crumbled further as she watched the news coverage. Guests were arriving to find their exclusive venue was part of the biggest hospitality story of the decade. The staff in trance, she whispered. The one you were supposed to use is being renovated next week, I said. The new design will cost more than your entire wedding. The hotel staff had abandoned any pretense of focusing on wedding preparations, their attention caught between the breaking news and the family drama unfolding in their lobby. The Four Seasons CO is on line 1. My assistant's message scrolled across my wrist display. They want to discuss a potential merger. Mother's perfectly maintained composure slipped. Merger. One of many possibilities, I explained. While you were planning Rebecca's exclusive wedding, I was planning to reshape global hospitality. That resort board you sit on? They're voting on our acquisition offer next week. 1 month after the wedding revelation, I stood in Elite Stay's global command center, watching real-time data flow across wall-size displays. Hotel occupancy rates, guest satisfaction metrics, and revenue streams from our worldwide properties created a digital tapestry of success. My phone showed Rebecca's latest attempt at damage control, a carefully worded Instagram post about family hospitality legacy and innovative luxury. Below it, alerts tracked Michael's banking firm's struggling hospitality portfolio. Turns out betting against Elite Stays had been costly. Ms. Elite, my AI assistant Atlas materialized on the main screen. The royal family is requesting our London property for their winter gala. They're particularly interested in our new suite technology. And the family situation? I asked, though our analytics had already painted the picture. Your mother has been removed from 6 luxury hotel boards this week. Her previous comments about entry-level hospitality work didn't align with their innovation focus. Atlas displayed the social feeds. She's attempted to delete her social history, but our archives preserved everything. Michael lost 3 major clients after their hospitality investments tanked. Our properties are drawing their elite clientele. He's submitted his firm's proposal for partnership consideration. I pulled up his proposal, noting how he tried to rebrand years of condescension as valuable luxury market insight. The command center hummed as another wave of data flowed in. Through the smart glass windows, I could see our newest property rising against the Manhattan skyline, its revolutionary architecture making traditional luxury hotels look outdated. Your father's investment group has submitted a merger proposal, Atlas reported. They're offering to handle our expansion funding. The same group that called hotels risky investments? I manipulated the holographic charts, showing our market dominance. Fascinating how perspectives shift. A subtle alert pulsed through the system. Rebecca was in our flagship hotel lobby, trying to book events for her wedding planning business. Your sister's latest society column is trending, Atlas noted. She's claiming she inspired your hospitality career. Show me the archives. The air filled with projected memories. Rebecca mocking my basic hotel jobs, Michael's dismissive comments about real careers, every family dinner where they treated my work as beneath them. The reservation system pulsed. Another royal family booking request. I watched as our AI matched guests with suites, a symphony of efficiency that was redefining luxury hospitality. Elena. Mother's voice cut through my concentration. She stood at my office door, clutching her outdated designer handbag. Security wouldn't let us into the VIP lounge. Biometric screening, I explained, still watching the global operations flow. It detects potential security risks. Your anxiety levels registered as problematic. But we're family, she stepped closer, her voice sly. The society papers are asking why we're not involved in the company. Are they? I waved to the social media analysis. Or are they seeing your years of posts about your embarrassing daughter, the one who was just a hotel worker? The displays shifted, showing every comment, Every insult, every time they dismissed my career. Each moment played in clear detail. "We didn't understand," she whispered. "No," I said, turning to her. "You chose not to understand. You were too busy bragging about Michael's banking career and Rebecca's social connections to notice I was transforming the industry." Through the windows I saw Rebecca filming content in our lobby. Her phone read, "So proud of my sister's amazing hotel empire. #luxury hospitality, #hotel family. Your father's investments," Mother began, "are becoming irrelevant," I finished. "Luxury doesn't need old funding structures. We're not just running hotels. We're changing hospitality." I raised my hand. Live feeds filled the room. Hotels ran perfectly. Guests experienced unmatched luxury. Breakthroughs happened in real time. "Ms. Elite," Atlas said, "the World Economic Forum is on line 1. They want to discuss the future of luxury travel." Mother's eyes widened as my office turned into a global command center. Leaders from around the world appeared on secure feeds. "The family connections, we could partner." She tried. "The Elite Stays brand stands alone," I cut her off. "It represents real innovation, not the social climbing you chased for decades." The reservation system pulsed. Bookings streamed in. Through the windows I saw Michael being escorted out. His banking credentials had triggered our security. He tried to analyze our business model. "One last thing," I called as Mother turned to leave. "That trust fund you worried about? It now funds hospitality innovation scholarships. Turns out just a hotel worker was worth investing in." She froze, surrounded by screens showing our global impact. Her daughter hadn't just succeeded, she'd revolutionized hospitality. All those lectures about proper careers now seemed hollow, dwarfed by billions in revenue streaming across the world. "Ms. Elite," Atlas said again, "activate privacy protocols?" I nodded. The smart windows tinted. The room sealed off the past and unauthorized access. Behind me, displays showed our hotel network expanding across continents, each property earning more than Michael's entire banking firm. Let them post their messages. Let them rewrite history in charity galas and Instagram posts. Our archives remembered everything. Every insult, every dismissal, every time they chose status over substance. I hadn't built this empire to prove them wrong. I built it because hospitality deserved more than their shallow understanding. The future of luxury hotels unfolded around me. Every metric showed what happens when you ignore critics and focus on true innovation.